Welcome back to another live and amplified livecast. I'm your host, Tom Quiet, and we're back at it again with another amazing podcast. Today, we have our special guest, Kate Watson, joining us for our 25 Days of Christmas. How's it going today?
Hey y'all, I'm doing pretty good. I got my coffee, got my caffeine, so I'm ready.
Nice, nice, nice. It's that odd time of year where it's not too cold, but it's never too cold for coffee. So yeah, that's
Exactly.
nice. Oh, so how things been going for you?
It's going pretty good. Christmas season has been strange because I actually got sick recently and I
Oh
had
no.
strep throat.
Yeah.
And it was so odd. I went to the urgent care because I just
Mm.
something in me was off and I wanted to just nip it in the bud, get it over with. And I go and they come back and they say, "You tested positive for strep throat." And I looked at them and I was like, "No, like you're joking." They're like, "No, we're not. You have strep throat." And I'm like, because I've never gotten it in my entire life.
Hmm. Wow.
So that kind of knocked me out for a little bit. I couldn't sing for nothing.
Yeah.
Um, my first time really getting back to using my voice and stuff was this past weekend at my church, Lone Star Cowboy Church. We had big band, and it is such a cool production. If y'all have never been, you need to go check it out. They have like all the horns and
Mm-hmm.
like all the different crazy instruments on stage that you don't normally see, and it's like a huge concert,
Nice.
and it is so awesome.
Okay, so since you brought this up, I'm going to take this chance to ask this question because I see cowboy churches all over the place, and I've asked people, what is a cowboy church? And nobody can give me a straight answer.
It okay, so this one in particular, it has a rodeo arena in
Hmm.
front of it.
Yeah,
And they had their own livestock and everything that they took care of. Even Cody Johnson comes and ropes at our church sometimes. So it's pretty
nice.
cool. But I honestly I had never been to a cowboy church before this one. And I myself walking into it, I was sitting there like, is everybody gonna come up to me saying yeehaw? Like what do I expect
Right?
going into this? And it turns out, yes, most of them rope, they ride, they live on lots of land with
Hmm.
animals and everything. Uh, but it's really just a big place of just great, genuine.
Was and I that like you mentioned, they had a rodeo arena, and I'm like, wait, there's something else going on here because I've a cowboy church that grabs your attention, but then when they have a rodeo arena right next to it, it's like, all right, there's something else going on here. So
Oh, I know. It's crazy. It is so crazy and so fun.
yeah, awesome. So kind of looking at, you just dropped a brand new single. I Shot Rudolph. It's a really cool song. I enjoyed listening
Thank
to it.
you.
I've had it on rotation all day. So, what's kind of the story behind this song?
So it's kind of like I went hunting. Sorry, my nose is all stopped up, but
Hmm.
I go hunting and I'm in the sand and I see deer. I shoot them, go down there. I realize it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah,
And the whole thing is like, oh man, like my Christmas is shot for sure. Like I'm getting coal for
right.
100%. Like what's Santa gonna do now? And it goes through and just kind of tells the story. And it just I mean, even for me, because me and my dad wrote it,
Hmm.
it had me laughing. Whenever I sing it, I have a hard time not to like just
Yeah,
laugh.
that's funny. That's good. I'm trying to figure out, what did Rudolph do this year, because this is the second song about somebody shooting Rudolph.
Oh my gosh.
So there's a buddy of mine. He wrote a song called Bubba. He wrote a song called Bubba Shot Rudolph.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, and so it was like, and then I saw you release this, and I'm like, wait a minute, this can't be a coincidence. Rudolph must have done something this year. So
I think
Uh,
Bubba and I are probably in the same boat then.
Probably. Fair enough. Fair enough. And so how long have you been working on I Shot Rudolph?
It was really cool because me and my dad, I think about 3 months ago, we were just like, you know what? We want to do a Christmas song this year.
Mm-hmm.
And we sat down, just took the time, and with the experience that he and I both had, we just created something really, really cool.
Nice. Nice, nice. So is this isn't the first time you've written with your dad, right? You guys write
Oh
together
no.
pretty consistently.
All my songs that I have, he and I have written together, which
Mm.
is so, so cool.
Nice. That's cool. That's cool. And so now that you've kind of got this first one written, like this Christmas song written, do you see yourself doing this more consistently, or where's kind of your head there?
Oh, absolutely. I think with the Christmas songs that are out
Mm.
there, like the OG Christmas
Yeah.
songs, it's cool to put some new stuff out there, put a new
Mhm.
spin on things, and just add in my case, country flair to it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. 100% agree. So now that this song is out, had you been playing it before you released it, or how was this 100% brand new that people hadn't heard?
Oh, this is 100% brand new. Like I've never played it in a show
Mhm.
before. My first time playing it will be December 21st at the Do Big Barn,
Nice.
Woodlands.
Nice.
So I actually have a surprise for everybody. And I can't tell you either what the
Okay.
surprise is because otherwise it'll release it too soon.
Fair.
So at the show, whenever we go to sing a song, I have a surprise for everybody. So
Okay. Cool. 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 That's got me intrigued. It's like you said that's the 21st, right?
yes, December 21st, y'all.
I'm leaving to go to Chicago, and it's like, do I want to just hang out in Dallas for an extra couple hours to see whatever the surprise is? I, it's like, yeah, I can delay my road trip a little bit. That's okay. And yeah, so
Oh,
no, it's
absolutely.
um, no, that's cool. That's really awesome. So I, I'm almost afraid to ask this question because I'm worried that it might actually be the surprise. But um, because have you looked at like a music video or anything for this or?
I haven't yet just because it's so new and
Hmm.
everything, and I've been working on my album,
Hmm.
which is coming out next year. And I'll have one more single that I'll release, and then I'll start dropping the album. But
Nice.
I've been preparing everything for that in the studio so much that, and being sick, that
Yeah.
a music video, I would like to do one in the future, but for
Mm.
right now,
Mm.
no, that is not the surprise, but good
Okay.
try.
I because in my head I was like, I mean, that very well could be the surprise, but I'm a little nervous to ask this question, but
I
I was
wish.
right. Fair
I
enough.
wish.
Oh, so that's cool that you're doing show like it's really exciting because we had you on the radio show. Was it June, July, somewhere in that boat?
I
It was
think so.
over the summer somewhere. Um, and just kind of having been introduced to you right around then, and then watching everything you've been doing over the last 6 months or so has been really awesome, and just kind of seeing all the cool things you got going on. I just saw that you're opening for the Bellamy Brothers in was it February or yeah.
Yes, at Buck's backyard.
Yeah. And I was sitting there, I was like, ooh, that's in Austin too. Because so little precursor, they were one of our first 10 podcasts that we ever did.
Oh, wow. That is
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah. We were out in Roswell, New Mexico, and we were trying to get in with a promoter out there. And he's like, hey, if you can get an interview with them, go for it. I'm not going to say anything. And we just, by the stroke of luck, they're like, yeah, let's do it. And yeah. So it's,
Wow.
it was one of those podcasts where it was way too early for like we probably shouldn't have been interviewing them 10
Right.
episodes in. So, but yeah,
I've
it is.
opened for them once before,
Mm-hmm.
and I stayed for the whole thing to the end, which I try to do anyways. But
Mm-hmm.
I remember sitting out there in the crowd watching their show, just going, wow,
Right.
and seeing the people like that they have so many people who just love them. They have great fans. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
getting to open for them was so cool too, with the fact of just like all their fans are just so sweet. Like
Yeah.
there were a good amount of old ladies though that did come up to me and they're like, "We feel like you're our daughter and we just love you." And I'm like, "I will take that. I will take that
Nice.
100%."
Right.
But they had like this, like they had their fan blowing and they're just everything just, I don't know. They had a really cool vibe about them. So
Nice. That's cool. It's I got to see a little bit of that show, but I really need to like stick around because it was one of those deals where I'd been working all day and they because when I was living out in when I was living out in Roswell, New Mexico, usually acts like that they'd come in, but it's like on a Tuesday
oh,
when because it's like they're just filling a show gap, like they have a show gap in between like
yep,
bigger cities, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll come to Roswell. Why not?" And so it was like a Tuesday. I'd worked all day, and it was like
that's hard.
9 o'clock at night, and I'm like, I just can't do this, man. I just can't. So yeah, it was. I didn't get to stick around, but it was still cool to see what I saw. So
Yeah.
but I don't actually like go into Austin that often. So,
Man, and there's such good music in Austin too. Almost too much music.
right.
But there's a lot to be found there.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends that play in Austin consistently. So it's cool. Um, so with everything going on, how's the live shows been for you?
The live shows have been really great, to be honest. I'm excited because all my new songs and everything else, I'm now uh changing up the show to fit
Mm-hmm.
those in
Mm-hmm.
and to revamp it because I've been playing the same show for probably a year now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like cool and hard at the same time because you've done it so much. It is like so tight with
Yeah.
everybody and you have so much fun doing it. And then at the same time it's like I love my new songs. Like I
Right.
can't wait to share those with people and everything else. But it is like the first few times you do it, it feels a little like awkward, I'd say, because
Mm-hmm.
you're all feeling it out. You haven't done it in front of a crowd
Yeah.
before, so you're feeling them out, seeing like how do they react,
Fair.
and figuring out, okay, they didn't really this transition felt weird and they didn't respond very well, so let's switch it to here. And you do it till it's like perfected and everybody just
Mm.
feels good and you rock the house down. So that'll be December 21st is the first time I'll be playing that new show.
Nice. That's cool. It's got to be fun, exciting, nerve-wracking, all the feelings at the same time
Yes.
because it's like, all right, let's see how people react. But then again, you can also draw back on previous experiences of just playing in general. And I'm sure it's not like going into your first show where it's like, okay, we're just going to play music and see what happens. You
Right.
you at least have like an idea of how people are going to react,
Exactly.
or how you'd like them to react. So,
Yeah.
um, so this 21st show, you said it's at where's it at again?
That one's the Dosido Big Barn.
Okay, and that's up in Fort
The
Worth,
Woodlands.
Woodlands. Okay,
Mhm.
gotcha. Um, cool, awesome. So, with this being a Christmas podcast, got a few very specific Christmas questions that I need
Bring
answers
it
to.
on. Bring it on. I'm ready.
All right, here we go. What is the must-watch Christmas movie?
Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Uh okay. I'm going to go with Home Alone
Okay,
because you always need to be prepared to like
mm-hmm.
just whack somebody, trying to break into your house. You need to know
Okay,
these things. You need to know that Legos help spreading them all over the floor and like all that different kind of stuff.
yeah,
101
yeah,
protection right there.
fair. That's very fair. It's Home Alone is a good classic. But the actually, honestly, I'm quite surprised how many people didn't say that movie.
Really?
Yeah, it more, and mostly it's more people saying like National Lampoons. Like that's been the number one Christmas Vacation.
Oh, see
Yeah,
that one drives me nuts
really.
because yeah, I'm sitting there and I'm talking to the TV and I'm like, "No, don't do that. Do this." The whole time. And then
Oh,
I feel bad for anyone watching it with me.
yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. You see, it's one of those movies where it's based around where I grew up, so it's like all
Oh.
the stuff that they talk about. It's like, man, that hits a little too close to home. So it's a little too real, but it's still a good movie. And then what is your favorite Christmas song to cover?
Okay, the one that I'm planning on covering this year, which is now my new favorite,
Hmm.
is Hard Candy Christmas
Okay.
by Dolly Parton. I just discovered it. I had never heard it before. And I did like this thing on my Instagram asking everybody to comment a song that they
Hmm.
want me to cover. And somebody commented that song, and I was like, what is this? And I turned it on, and I was just sitting there like, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Nice.
So
That's sick. I've not heard that one. I'm gonna have to go check that one out.
you need to. It is so good. So
Okay.
good.
Sure. Awesome. I will add that to the playlist because I've got a 17-hour car ride coming up here, so I'm gonna need
Oh
all the music.
gosh.
So I'm sitting here like, let me update this playlist here because I'm gonna need the music because podcasts don't always do it. So, but
Oh yeah.
and then the final question is, what are your plans for Christmas?
My plans for Christmas, it's really cool. My boyfriend, his family, my family, like we've started to intermingle and like do
Hmm.
stuff together, which has been so cool because I've never had a boyfriend during the holidays before
Hmm.
him.
Hmm.
I didn't really date too many people with this career. It's
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
just like time consuming, you know?
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to waste my time on somebody that I thought wasn't the
Yeah.
one.
Hmm.
So we're planning on going to an escape room
Nice. Yeah.
and in the woodlands. I don't know which one yet and stuff, and I'm not very good at them. But I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Very excited to watch everyone else like do it. And I'll be like, yeah, you go.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try, and then we're doing a white elephant gift
Nice.
exchange,
Yeah.
and we're doing what's it called? We're doing a gingerbread house contest.
Oh, nice. That's
So I
cool.
don't this is our first time doing it, but basically they have like boxes at
Hmm.
certain stores or whatever that have what the picture's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to different places, okay? Get
Hmm.
all these different kinds of gingerbread houses,
Yeah.
and whoever makes it the most like the picture that they have
Yeah.
wins.
Nice. That's sick. Did you see the photo of the guy that made an HEB or not? Was it HEB or Bucky's? They made a gingerbread house that was shaped after like Bucky's. Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. I don't know why I was like, was it HEB or was it Bucky's? I don't know. I don't remember anymore. Like, geez, it's been such a week where it's like I woke up this morning and I completely forgot I had like a whole bunch of podcasts to do. I was like, it was that kind of day. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. Um, but no, that's awesome. I'm glad you touched on something that I just recently realized about like relationships just in this industry where it's like, man, it's so time consuming that you got to be very careful. And I've just like in the last 6 months or so, it's like any relationship, it's going to have to be with a musician or somebody that's in a creative field because they're the only ones that are going to understand like, hey, when I'm gone, like this is what I'm doing. I'm not screwing around. So
Yeah. And so my boyfriend, he is a cop.
mm,
And it works really well because his schedule is just as crazy as mine.
yeah,
And it's kind of like an opposite type thing, so we can
yeah,
meet in the middle. So because he works like certain time at night to the
mm,
certain time in like
yeah,
early in the morning, you know?
yeah,
And so my hours are kind of the same. So I'm like, hey, I'm up. at 2 in the morning.
Right.
Hello.
Right.
We'll talk on the phone and catch up and how was your day and and so I I always thought that I'd end up with a musician or with an
Mm,
athlete of some sort,
mhm,
just because those are the things that I love to do. And
mhm.
it was so cool how God just totally surprised me. And he's like, "No, you thought you knew, but I know better." And I'm like, "Okay,
Fair.
okay."
Fair. Cool. That's awesome. That's really cool. And then other than that, anything else going on that
Uh, there's some stuff that I can't mention on this podcast right
fair, fair,
now.
fair, fair.
So yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. And then if anybody wants to check out your music or any of that fun stuff, where's the best place to find you?
Yes, y'all go to my Spotify, Kate Watson Music. But if you want to check me out on social media, you can follow me at Kate Watson Music as well. I have everything. If you have it, I have it. Also my website,
Hmm.
Kate Watson Music Official, to check all
Awesome.
my tour dates and merch and everything else. But y'all come on out to a show and let's have a conversation in person and I'll sign your merch for you.
Nice. Actually, I just had a, but we'll
Let's
talk
hear
about
it.
it off. We'll talk about
Okay.
it offline. I don't know why I brought it up. I was just like, I just had a crazy idea. But yeah, once again, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Really always enjoy chatting with you. You're welcome back on anytime. So
Thank you so
we will
much. I'm
definitely get,
so glad to be here.
yeah, absolutely. And once again, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will catch you all later.
Y'all have a Merry Christmas.